recover loud. I recover loud. I recover loud. I recover loud. Let's go. I'm on a journey to discover the truth. Living life in recovery is lovely. You got the power in you. Surround yourself with positive energy. Judges hitting people with provocative penalties. Need to make a change. Advocate to change the laws. Prove to people that it's not insane. When you stand behind a cause, I'm here to speak about the pain. Recover loud to normalize the disease that's been killing all my friends and my family. The time is now to let it all go and recover loud. The benefit is healthy people, family and friends that never have to overdose ever again, never have to plead out to a lesser offense. I'm proud to say that I recover loud. I never thought I could, but I'm so proud that I discovered how to live my life again, controlling my own destiny. I needed recovery, I still need it desperately. Addiction never defined my identity. I recover loud, here to tell my own story. I recover proud, save a life of like 40. I recover loud, yeah, I recover loud. I recover loud, yeah, I recover loud. I recover loud, here to tell my own story. I recover proud, save a life of like 40. I recover loud, yeah, I recover loud. I recover loud, yeah, I recover loud. I recover loud. I recover loud. I recover loud. I recover loud.
Welcome to another episode of Recover Loud. I'm your host, Mike Paddleford, and I recover loud. Today we're going to talk about harm reduction. Harm reduction is a path of recovery where abstinence may be the goal, but the main goal is to keep someone alive today for a chance at recovery tomorrow. Today we're going to be talking with my friend Shawn Snyder-Ratt, who works at a local medical marijuana dispensary. Hi Shawn, welcome to the show.
Hey, thank you for having me.
Yes, thanks for coming and sharing your experience with us.
Of course.
To start out, you said you haven't used substances yourself, is that correct?
Yes. I've never been directly, I guess you would say, in the midst of doing it. It's always happened around me, closest friends, family. It's always been kind of in my life some way or another. Somebody's affected by it. Addiction's always been around in my family as well. My mom being alcoholic, she worked through that, and addiction kind of come in all forms, I feel like, and I, being around it, I've seen a lot of different perspectives. Yeah, for sure.
So, what was it like for you growing up? Are you from the county originally?
No, I'm actually not. I moved up here about my junior year in high school, so that'd be about, I want to say about 2010, 2011. Moved up here, my mom remarried, moved up here, and it was hard coming in. I moved around a lot when I was younger, so it was always hard to get like my footing, I guess you would say. It was always, I was the outsider, I was different, I talked different, I wasn't from around here. And that was like that anywhere I moved to. I've moved all over the place in Maine, Naples, Maine. I came from South Portland, grew up in South Portland, lived in Portland for a while, kind of just bounced around a lot. Yeah. A lot of different schools and everything like that, and dealing with trying to fit in, you know what I mean? That was always a hard part.
Yeah, and a lot of us struggle with that.
Yeah.
When we move from different places, it's hard to fit in with a group and have that core group of friends.
Of course.
So the fact that you didn't get into the hard substances, was pretty good for you.
Yeah.
But you do use medical marijuana.
Yes, I do. Yep, daily. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And what does that do for you?
It's I suffered with a lot of anxiety and big crowds of spaces. Depression is usually a big one. I've dealt with a lot in the past. It's just kind of always kind of creeps up on you. I find that medical marijuana kind of keeps me, keeps my mind not completely off of it, but it helps me deal with the emotions that come with the thoughts.
Yeah.
It makes it easier to kind of, I guess, reflect on what's going on around me.
So it doesn't get you too bad and put you in those dark places.
Yes, exactly. It's like somebody reaching out a hand and kind of pulling you out. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, you got this, man. You know what I mean? Like, don't worry. Like, it's all right. Helps my, insomnia, which, insomnia leads from depression and stuff like that. There can be a lot of factors that kind of intercourse into that. But, essentially I use it on a daily basis, for my depression and anxiety, and it helps me get on with my daily life. There's lots to do, gotta get done. So
yeah. And just because you didn't use harsh substances, you talked about moving around, having that feeling of not fitting in.
Yes.
But you've known people who have used. Yes.
I actually lost a friend to an overdose a few years back. His name was Brandon Brand. He was one of my best friends. I woke up to him, unfortunately, passed away in his bedroom in the apartment I was living at the time.
Did you know Brandon was using at the time?
I did know he was recovering. He was recovering. He was going through a hard time. He had a bad day at work. Something to do with something other, you know what I mean? Everyone has a bad day, but it was just kind of that, little push that he needed. And
so you didn't realize he had used when he come home the night before?
Yeah, when he came home, I was under the assumption that he was drunk. He was acting intoxicated. I told him to sleep it off, lay down, you know what I mean? I'll do it in the morning. At the time, after putting all the pieces together, after everything, I realized that he wasn't drunk.
Yeah.
It was something else. It's a different substance.
Yeah.
Of what, I'm not 100% sure, but then I found him overdosed in the next room, 11 o'clock the next morning.
That must have been hard.
It was probably one of the hardest things I've ever had to deal with. Me looking at my adult life and being 28, that was one of those kind of life-changing moments for me, when I was like, hey, this is real. You know what I mean? I heard about it, friends passing away, but at the end of the day, you know what I mean, he's still, on my brain, you know what I mean?
This one affected you quite a bit.
Yeah, he, it's kind of an image you can't get out of your brain. It's kind of seared in my mind, and I'll probably see that for the rest of my life. But in hindsight, I guess, it opened my eyes to something different. You know what I mean? I wish Brandon was here today. He didn't deserve to lose his life. He was a great guy, and it's good.
And there's harm reduction organizations out there, and our main mantra is that people who use drugs don't deserve to die.
That's right.
That was Jesse Harvey that said that originally, and it just speaks to the fact that we're not bad people.
No.
Choosing to use substances doesn't make us a bad person. It just we just have unhealthy choices to deal with the trauma.
Of course, of course. And I've kind of been in that dark spot, where you're almost like, I could do something like that.
All right.
It don't matter. You know what I mean? Nobody really cares about it. You know what I mean? Like, no one's gonna really miss me if something happened, You get those dark points, and it's almost like, you can see no one's a bad person. Drug addict's not a bad person by any means.
Right.
They just had a hard life. You know what I mean?
And basically, we just didn't have the right coping skill at the time.
Exactly. Yeah.
So let's get back to the medical marijuana.
Yes.
So, as a bud tender, you see people come in.
Yeah.
Can you tell me, what do people come in for? What are they using it for, and how is it helping them?
Yeah. Well, I've had a range of people come into the shop, and it's, we have everybody from people who dealt with just minor pains to using like the creams, like the salves. We have creams that help with like pains and aches and pains, and we have full spectrum to prior drug addict. And this is his way for coping. Helps with the dope sickness, helps relax you, and I've seen it kind of change people in a way. Even alcoholics, I've seen it with people going through chemotherapy. It helps with all spectrums of everything. Insomnia, you have people that cannot go to sleep at night because of trauma. You have people that, they can't function without it. They're a mess. So it's something that I've seen change people's lives for the best. It's amazing what this natural plant can do for people without the harmful effects of prescription drugs or something like that. It's not going to cure you overnight, but it definitely helps the process for sure.
Yeah, and years ago, I remember when I was still using, I remember seeing that there were studies coming out with medical marijuana to help people with addiction.
Yes.
And I don't have that information now, but I do, if you're interested, I do suggest that you look that up. Because there is some important research that's been done.
Yep.
Proof is out there.
It is out there, and a great story is the Rick Simpson oil. It's RSO for short. We abbreviate it. I've seen it firsthand help with patients, having cancer, and them going into full remission. You know what I mean? Because of it. I've seen people lowest of the low, bring them, back right up where they need to be, get their mind right,
Yeah, and of course, it's a lot easier for people to, get through their daily duties.
Yes.
If they can calm their anxiety.
Of course.
If they can, lessen the pain.
Of course.
And a lot of people choose marijuana over those pharmaceuticals.
Right.
For many reasons, and addiction being one of them.
Yeah.
So, we see it. I see it all the time. There's many people in recovery that are using marijuana today to keep them from using the pharmaceuticals.
Right.
And so far we don't know of many people who have died, if any, from using marijuana.
I don't think we ever will see that day. And what the great thing is about the dispensary I work for, Versus Remedies especially, we all know our info. We all know our information on different strains or products that we sell, dosages wise. We've all kind of, we dealt with a good number of people. So having that person, like instead of just buying it from your buddy on the street, you go to it's nice to have a dispensary they can go to and get the info that you need, where it can be a positive thing.
Yeah, you're not buying something blind from somebody in a dark alley.
Exactly, and it's a whole different aspect or atmosphere, I should say.
Yeah.
In going into a dispensary, because you have those people there for you. We're gonna lead you along the way, and that's what we need out here. I think we just need to have people, kind of help one another.
Exactly, and there's a lot of stigma around substance use. Marijuana is, still looked at as a drug by a lot of people. I personally don't see it as a drug. It is a natural substance. It helps with many things. And if somebody's using marijuana today to keep themselves from doing something that can kill them, I support it 100%.
Me too. Me too.
And it's a good alternative.
It is a good alternative. It definitely it gives you something that can kind of almost. What I usually say is like, sometimes your brain is all scattered and you have thought about this, thought about that, and it almost like it kind of brings everything into a line. You know what I mean? It kind of sorts it out for you.
Yeah.
If that's the way you see it, like your mind, like a almost like a filing cabinet. It's like, smoking weed helps, or edibles, just consuming marijuana product in general can just help the whole process.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which is really great. So.
Yeah, and to have something that somebody can use that's full spectrum, head to toe. There's benefits all around. The different strains are helping with different things.
Of course.
There are some other MAT options out there. Just to discuss that for a second, MAT, medically assisted treatment. There's Suboxone, there's Sublocade, there's Subutex, and medical marijuana is one of those medications. And so when people come into, they're not just coming off the street. So how are they getting medical cards?
Well, there's a little bit of a process. It's a lot easier than it has been in the past. When the main marijuana program first came out, it was quite a fee you had to pay. I think there was $125 balance you had to pay, plus another $125 once you got the card. Now it's $49, $50, and it's really a great way for, it's a lot easier to get, I should say.
Yeah. And where do people get these medical cards?
There's a bunch of different, there's some places downstate, down in Bangor area. I know there's a place based out in Portland called cheapmedcards.com. They do a great job there, real quick and easy. It's usually about a 10-minute process. You can sometimes get in the same day. So if you wake up and you're just like, hey, I want to get my med card today, enough's enough, I want to be able to help myself. So, and
now today, marijuana is legal for recreational use.
yes.
Do you still suggest that people get a medical marijuana card?
I do. Usually recreational prices, not knocking, the product or anything like that, but you're going to be paying a lot more for your product at a rec shop. The reason being is it's just how the recreational works. There's more taxes on it. There's multiple taxes put on it, so it's just you're going to be paying more out of pocket for the same stuff.
Yeah.
And it's just.
So there's no difference between medical grade and recreational grade marijuana?
I feel like medical is a little more, what's the word I would think of? A little more closely watched. A little more supervised, I should say.
Okay.
So everything coming in is, carefully, looked thorough through, make sure it's a product that is going to help our patients, not make them sick. I never recommend getting any kind of CBD products or anything over the counter at a gas station.
Right.
You just don't know what they're going to put in there. That's also part of the stigma too. You have those people that are like, oh, I can't. It freaks me out. I can't smoke weed. It doesn't help me. It makes it worse.
Mm-hmm.
You're probably, maybe you shouldn't be smoking it. There's different ways of doing it. So that's why I always recommend going to a medical shop, because they're going to give you that direction as well too.
Yeah. So Shawn, we've talked a lot about marijuana being used as a medically assisted treatment program.
Yep.
Is there anything you'd like to say to somebody out there who's still in the throes of addiction, who needs to find a path that's going to work for them, so that they can get away from the stuff that's killing them?
Yes. I guess what my best advice would be is don't be alone in the process. As hard as it is being around people, being with somebody that cares about you, it might be just that little oomph you need. It's hard going through life in that dark path, but there's always light at the end of the tunnel. It's hard finding it sometimes. It's very hard. But you just gotta focus on the task at hand, one day at a time, one problem at a time. You can't take on all the slices of the pie at a time. You just take it piece by piece and talk to somebody, hey man, I'm having a bad day. Somebody you can talk to, a family member, a friend. Medical marijuana, there's so many dispensaries around now. If you're curious about it, go and talk to your local bud tender. They can sure give you the advice and the info that you need to get better, to help you through this hard time. But things will get better. You gotta stay positive and just keep pushing.
Yeah, and I like what you said there. You don't have to do it alone. You can ask for help.
Yep.
There's plenty of people. There's other programs out there. Methadone is also available as a medically assisted treatment. Those programs are out there and available now.
Yeah.
And I know you in particular would agree that medical marijuana is not necessarily for everyone. Mm-hmm. Neither is methadone, neither is Suboxone.
Yep.
Not one answer will fit every problem.
It will not. And, finding that answer and surrounding yourself with people to talk about the problem.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of info out there now, and especially on social media, I feel like there's a nice following. You guys, started a great following on Facebook. I see that every day.
Yeah,
it's really great to see so many people in the community helping one another.
Yeah, exactly.
With everything going on, it's every day something, we hear about some sort of overdose or something like that. So it's just kind of gotten to the point where it's like, okay, I think everybody's getting it.
Yeah, it's time to do something.
It's time to do something about it. We talk about it all the time, but time to do something about it.
Yeah, and just to summarize what you said, connection is the opposite of addiction. That's what we need. We need people around us. We need to discuss our problems. We need to recover loud. We need to tell people, that they're not alone in their struggles. No matter how bad it gets, there's other people who have suffered the same way. And if they've found a way out of it, to share their experience and to help the next person is pretty valuable. So thanks again, Shawn, for coming. It's great to see you.
Yeah, always great seeing you, man.
I appreciate the work you do, and having you come on to tell your story and share your experiences, appreciate it.
Thank you for having me, man. I really appreciate it.
All right.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Shawn.
See ya. Thanks again, Shawn. No problem, man. See you later.
Today we talk with Shawn Snyderat. He's a local bud tender at the medical marijuana dispensary. Medical marijuana may not be for everybody, but it is for somebody. Harm reduction is a way to keep people alive so they have a chance at recovery tomorrow. Thanks for watching the show. Have a good day, everybody.
Anderson's Auto Repair, locally owned and operated in Sweden, Maine, specializes in all make, all model vehicle diagnosis and repair. Each individual service is backed by our nationwide TechNet 2-year 24,000-mile warranty. Call or stop in to schedule an appointment today. Anderson's Auto, for wherever the road takes you.
Yo, stress relief. Okay. Yeah. Been lost since day one, haven't found mind broken, rebuilt it, then shattered for me just to pick it up again, we roll, lighting up them backwoods all night. I got weed on sight, I will be alright, say it twice to convince myself that this roller coaster isn't forever, just for the time being. If seeing is believing, I'm not seeing many human beings, just a bunch of aliens, UFOs is what I see outside my front door, asking if I'm ready to go, cause I ain't from this planet. Space bandit, got my own hand, call me Gambit. This isn't my life, it's not how I planned it. Left my talent stranded, thought I should just can it. Thought of some new bars, I found some hidden scars, I thought I'd show you. If you care, we could play truth or dare. Heard of the tortoise in the hair, I ate them both, devoured the finish line. You crossed the line as soon as you went mime. Now it's my time to drop you like my next rhyme. Drop a dime on that ooze smoking slime. Dab to the hot glass, inhaling and choking on that white gas. Don't worry, the cough will pass, but you will never last. I will always last, like I'm everlast. Like the boxing ring, I'm off the ding, I'm off the double jab right hook. Now you on the mat, mother. you cooked. Hear him finish him, Shawn be killing him. He ain't be stopped and can't be stopped. And got the headphones in and he be rocking. Not be hearing, won't be talking. But hearts up, open, lock it. Soft in his front pocket for everyone to see. You can even hear the strings, hearts and piano tripping. Now I'm tripping. Cause from what I can see, all you really ain't be living. All I see is a bunch of hated, misdirected people calling out people for absolutely nothing. It's really ridiculous. People acting promiscuous. People's viciousness and make you feel worthlessness, make you feel beaten. Time to go undefeated. Rapping better than average, rapping addict. I'm a fabricated addict, so you'll say I'm living lavish. Time to step out, I had it. Time to grab that life by the balls and the throat. Tell these haters to float, to get off my boat. Didn't listen when I spoke. Get the my boat. I came from the coast. Now I'm in the woods. Call it evolution. Your voice air pollution. Shawn put it together so fluent. Who knew it? Shawn about to ruin your influence with my music. Ain't about my losing. I'm about my cruising and pursuing what I've already proven. My movement is steady moving, lost but still steady moving.
Today's episode is brought to you by Recovery on the Road, Elevate Audio and Visual, Rick's Redemption, Anderson's Auto Repair, and Recovery Acoustic.
Welcome to Rick's Redemption, where we are family owned and operated. We strive in cleanliness, honesty, and customer appreciation. Rick's Redemption is a recovery-ready employer who believes wholeheartedly in redemption. Here at Rick's, we support Recovery Acoustic and definitely are proud to recover loud. God bless.
Recover loud. Let's go. I'm on a journey to discover the truth. Living life in recovery is lovely. You got the power in you. Surround yourself with positive energy. Judges hitting people with provocative penalties. Need to make a change. Advocate to change the laws. Prove to people that it's not insane. When you stand behind a cause, I'm here to speak about the pain. Recover loud to normalize the disease that's been killing all my friends and my family. The time is now to let it all go and recover loud. The benefit is healthy people, family and friends that never have to overdose ever again, never have to plead out to a lesser offense. I'm proud to say that I recover loud. I never thought I could, but I'm so proud that I discovered how to live my life again, controlling my own destiny. I needed recovery, I still need it desperately. Addiction never defined my identity. I recover loud, here to tell my own story. I recover proud, save a life of like 40. I recover loud, yeah, I recover loud. I recover loud, yeah, I recover loud. I recover loud, here to tell my own story. I recover proud, save a life of like 40. I recover loud, yeah, I recover loud. I recover loud, yeah, I recover loud. I recover loud. I recover loud. I recover loud. I recover loud.